What's good? What's good? What's good? Thanks again, guys. Every time I'm going to keep telling you guys, thank you for being so patient. Guys, I have a story for you guys today, man. Sorry, it's been almost 30 days since I've been working on the story. Last week, I was supposed to put this shit out, but things came through I didn't get to. Also, too, I am putting myself through some like little trainings and reading as well to find out if is everything am I doing everything right, so I could put this story out for you guys so you guys can be on point and know what's going on, and basically so I could tell the story better. Let's just keep it that way. All right, now guys, don't forget at the end of this, please do like it and comment down below. Like I said before, my other stories, when these stories comes in my head, they are like a puzzle. Me, when I look at the puzzle, I'm like, oh shit, I totally understand it, but I need to get the skills to put that puzzle right so that you guys can enjoy the story. I'm ashy as fuck, I know, don't judge me, goddamn it. Shit. Anyways, so that you guys can understand it, okay? Now, without further ado, again, TaletellerbyJR. You can find me everywhere. Oh, by the way, even though I shouldn't be showing this, but this is not this story. This has nothing to do with this story. But I'm gonna go ahead and give you a little sneak peek. This is not a new story. If you knew, you're gonna have to go back to listen to that story. Price of Eternal Youth. All right, this is what this image is linked to. My artist finally, we're still working together, and it's not even fully done because there's a second picture that I want her to finish as well, but we need to get the background right and everything. And then I'll post it first. I'll post it on TaletellerbyJR on Instagram, and you can go in there first to look at it. That's where I'm gonna post it first. After that, I'm gonna post. It'll be only one, but it'll be like the thumbnail, pretty much. It won't be in the video. I'll go back and not edit, but add a thumbnail, and that will be my thumbnail. So, but you'll be able to see the second picture on TaletellerbyJR on Instagram. All right, I'm talking too much. Let me go ahead and tell you guys this story. Let's see here. The name of the story is Unconscious Imitation, and here we go. Right now, it is, think in your mind, it's raining like crazy. But there's not much thunderstorm. There's no thunderstorm. It's just raining pretty heavy. And there's this random plane. It's fairly dark all around. There's this, of course, warehouse where planes coming out. It's not that bright. And a couple people, as you can see, in the back of the plane was open, and a couple people ran in, and the door is closing and everything. Inside of the plane look like they have cargo, big boxes and everything of cargo that they are hauled. The plane's about to take off, and the looks of the area, it's obvious it's not at your average runway. It looks like it's privately owned or private something, but at the same time, not private where you would be like, oh, a rich person owned this. It looks like something that's kind of beat up the area, and it's raining as well. The plane is turning to get into this runway, and that runway is very tiny. Look like a 2-car runway pretty much, and the plane's taking off. As the plane's starting to like take off, remember the runway's pretty small. Next to the dirt side of the runway, there's these high grass, and these people is coming out these bushes running towards the plane, and they look like they got exosuits on, like they got 4 eyes. Basically, they got a suit, a body suit, like some sort of super soldier type of thing. They're running towards the plane, and the plane started taking off speed. Now the plane's doing like 30-40 miles an hour, and these guys are keeping up like it's nothing. And of course, they grab on the whole of the plane. They're sneaking into it, and as they sneaking into the plane caught air. Now, as the plane is catching air, things is going kind of smooth. The plane probably hit about 30,000 feet. All of a sudden, side of the plane is blowing up. Things is blowing up. Fires happening. A battle's going inside the plane, obviously. Two guys, the side of the plane got blown up, and two guys flew out of it. As they're falling, they're basically battling one another, hitting one another. And both of them obviously look like one of them, the suit, they have like some sort of exosuits on. As they're dropping, they're battling each other and everything. One of them has he still got four eyes, but his eyes glow blue. The other one, his eyes glow green. They're dropping fast and battling each other. And as they almost reaching ground, the one that has the blue eyes deploys a small, tiny like parachute or something. And as he deployed it, the one that had the green eyes, of course, grab a hold of him, cut the fucking parachute. Now it's like you coming down. And as he cut the parachute, they're approaching ground some more, still battling. The blue one's trying to get the green one off of him. Right when I would say very close to ground, the green one deployed a small parachute, same size type of parachute. And the blue one hang on to the green one, and that's what broke the fall. Now, if they fall on top of this building that looks like it was, I would say, it looks like it's another, like a big old warehouse. And again, it's still raining. There's no thunderstorm or anything like that, but it's just kind of raining pretty heavy. They crashed into this huge ass look like warehouse, bounce off a couple things and everything. The moment they bounce off, they did like a couple backflips, disappeared. Like they're hiding amongst whatever. Now the area of this warehouse, it's an actual warehouse. Now I don't know if you ever seen in movies before warehouse where they keep like antique stuff, big old boxes or whatever. Now this warehouse has like multiple shelves. There's multiple different type of boxes. Actual, when I mean boxes, I'm not talking about box made of paper. I'm talking about like made with wood, huge boxes with like plywood boxes. And it's very, very dusty. And it kind of looked like people hasn't been in there in a good minute. When they disappeared like that, now this warehouse is dark. I'm talking about pitch black. There's no fucking light. Now the rain started subsiding. The only light that is shining inside this warehouse, there's a beautiful moon out, is that hole that they created. And also there is like maybe couple windows in this warehouse. Just like the size of a airplane window type of thing, where some of the moonlight kind of shine in, but it's dark. So these green eyes the green eyes and the blue eye fella, it gets turned off. It's like you can't see it anymore. It's turned off. You can't see it from afar and everything. And they are moving. You can hear they're moving in the dark. As you can hear these people moving a little bit in the dark, it just suddenly go quiet. You can't hear them move anymore. And you hear on the left side, a voice said, the goat of the Western continent. Is that you? You finally caught up. How long has it been since you've been after me? On the right side, the fog of the Eastern continent. I finally did. It's been 15 years since the war ended. So I'd say about 10, 11 years now since I've been after your ass. Damn, it's been that long? He said. I haven't been keeping track. Wow, you're right, it's been a minute. So, since we're about to kill one another, before we do, I don't even know your name, and I know you don't know mine either. For the sake of courtesy, do you want to introduce ourselves? In the right. Yeah, why not? It's been a really, really long time. Me, the goat of the Western continent. The name is Morgan G. And you? The fog of the Eastern continent. The name is Finnegan Oakley. Nice to meet you, Finnegan. And all of a sudden, like in a whoosh sound, you seeing like little sparks flying out, guns firing, and noise fighting in the background. Now, guys, let's go back to the past a little bit and give you a little history. The year right now is 2110. So on those dates don't really matter too much. But 2110 in 2025, World War III broke out, and it lasted 70 years before it came back to normal. Now, the GOAT of the West, he belongs to the organization WO, which is World Organization. And the GOAT of the East belongs to DWO, which is Destabilizing World Organization. DWO. That's what Fog of the East belong to. Back to the present. Now, in the present, a little more history for the present. In the present, these guys, obviously, these guys are wearing exoskeleton suits. For most of you who's been watching movies, I'm sure I don't have to go into detail with exoskeleton suit. Makes them stronger, faster, and also to protect them from gunfires and injuries and all that stuff. Also has all kinds of gadget within the suit, especially with the mask that they have, tracking device, and also that they can see in the dark pretty much like in broad daylight. The darkness, light don't matter to them. They could see perfectly. Also, these guys are super soldiers, which they are called soldier elite. And inside of their body, they have nano machine inside their body, which is called nano medicine. And that nano machine inside their body is basically supposed to target, help them heal faster, target certain cells, and also protect them from biochemical threats. In that year, yes, motherfuckers use bioweapons, occasionally even poisons and all kinds of stuff. Also make them strong and make their eyesight better, hearing better, all the above. Average civilian does not have this nano medicine inside their body. Is just pretty much the soldiers. And in that year, that practice kind of slows down dramatically. But throughout the war, there was a lot of soldiers that had those kinds of things in their body and everything. And also exosuits was pretty much very prevalent at that time when the war was going on. And also too, guys, just as I'm talking like this, remember there's a huge battle going on inside that warehouse. They are fighting for dear life of WTF of what the hell's going on. From Finnegan, back to the present, from Finnegan. So since we are in here, obviously, and we're about to kill one another, let's talk. Why don't you join our organization? Why do you serve these greedy world leaders again? Why do you do what you do? Our group is the top tier soldier that ever exists in this world, right now. We can make this world better. Morgan, I am making the world better. You're the terrorist. You're the one that's trying to prevent it. Don't you look at your name, what you said on your name? Destabilizing world organization. Why would you want to do that? You're the one who's trying to bring the world back to how it used to be, where kids was going to war. What? Are you serious? My whole family died in this war. And he started side note, Finnegan started naming all these years and times where his brother fought somebody, came back with a missing arm. And another one of his sister went to this battle at a specific spot, died. His cousin, pretty much his whole family, he's naming all these little areas that one of his family member died or came back alive, but hella wounded, and still managed to kill a specific enemy in that area and whatnot. As Finnegan is talking, he's like, look at where the world is now. There used to be 95 countries. Now there's only 50 left. And there is 10 or 11 countries remaining on the North Pacific. And the only reason these little countries remain there is mostly because they were out of the way of all the big countries that was fighting for territory. And also, too, these countries have nothing in them. They are nothing but just dirt and rock. So they never got conquered. Finnegan is basically going on and on about the history of what happened. And he said, if it wasn't for the AWD, which stand for African Wild Dogs, if it wasn't for the AWD, we would have never found out that the world monopolized itself. And that's why the war lasted so long. Again, guys, as Finnegan is talking like this, remember, he's still trying to kill Morgan. And occasionally almost missed them by a couple inches and all of that stuff and everything. There's a heavy battle. Don't forget that. There's a heavy battle going in that darkness, and both of them trying to kill one another. Okay, now, side note, back to the past of what happened when the war ended. 2095. That's when the war actually ended and really stopped. We're gonna a little history on the AWD, which is the African Wild Dogs. The African Wild Dogs is a hacking organization. They're a hacking group and whatnot, the same as, I don't know the name of the ones we have now, that they're whatever. They are a very, very organized group of hackers who hack all kinds of things, like Pentagon, freaking anything really. They could hack stuff. They were very, very good. And on 2095, that the leader of AWD was killed, and that's when everything was leaked. Last before he died, he hit that enter button and leaked about 32 terabyte worth of data on the whole world and all the big world leaders, big world organizations, and everything, how they monopolize everything. Now, if you don't know what I mean by monopolizing, is it is illegal. For example, let's say Walmart, Amazon, basically all the big corporation to basically become one and sell everything at a high price to where none of us could afford it, and there is a law against that. You could check it out if you want. I'm not going to go into detail. So the world basically monopolized itself, and for example, just an example to tell you what was going on with these world leaders. When the war actually broke out in 2025, World War III broke out, it technically only lasted 2 years. It only lasted 2 years. When it got announced we are at World War III, it only lasted about 2 years because the world, come on, we know where we at. Even right now where we at, they don't want to go to war. Like a shit ton of people would die. And when it started, war brings a lot of trillions and trillions of dollars. So they contacted one another. They already agreed to stop the war. The war pretty much kind of ended without the public knowing. They didn't announce it. And then they figured out that they want to keep making money and also decrease the world population. So the best way to do that is to have a war. But we don't want to actually destroy the entire planet. So as America is talking shit on China and China is talking shit in Japan, on the DM, when they're done, they go back on their private screen, they FaceTime one another. Hey China, I just said that. Was that good? Was that good, bro? Is the stock market going up for you? He's like, yeah, the stock market's going up for me. No problem, man. When I'm gonna respond back to you and I'm gonna dog the shit out of you too. Good. All right, cool. Let me know how your stock market went up or whatever, right? And then so that's basically what was going on. And whichever small country that did not want to participate in that shit, pretty much on the DM got like some sort of accusation go against that country, and all the other big countries ganged up on that one and pretty much wipe them out, and then they infuse them into their own country. So basically America grown pretty vastly. Mexico was gone. There's no Mexico anymore. It became America. Fucking, I don't need to even keep going on to details. You could figure it out. Canada was almost gone, pretty much. It just squeezed down pretty small. So all the big countries, Russia still around, they just monopolize, they just crush all the tiny ones and become bigger than they normally were. Any country that disagrees to do that, yeah, the other ones ganged up on them, accused them of something, and it becomes something. So all that underground recording that was going on, AWD was recording all that shit. And one person fucked up one time how they ended up getting access to like these secret bunkers when they make these high class secret phone calls. Was a child, one of those big leaders, kid dropped her phone inside of one of their pockets, and they entered the room. Now they were able to hack through that way and hacked in the system, record all the conversation and everything. Now let's go back to AWD, of the world leader, the leader of AWD when he was getting killed at that time on 95. I'm gonna say 95. When I mean 95, I'm talking about 2095. In 95, what happened? So he addressed at that time. The World War was still going on heavily. All the soldiers and everything. So he hacked every single TV screen, camera, microphone, especially the soldiers. That's the one he was after the most. He said he hacked all of it, and he was saying this. He's like, if you're listening to this right now, I hacked into every single world device that there possibly could be, and I have 35 terabytes worth of virus and protection for them not to be able to boot me off of your system for a good minute. My name is Odom. I am from a small country that used to be called Chad, and that doesn't exist anymore. And right now there's a 30-minute clip that I just released off of every single platform of social media. There's a 15-minute version, there's a 30-minute version, and also there is a 5-hour version, which is about 45 terabyte worth of data and information on all the major world leader. And then he started naming off the world leaders. He started naming off a big ass organization, which was like a gas organization. Let me see which one of them. The gas corporate organizations, the agriculture organization that basically controls food and all of that, and energy organizations which control like, electricity, power, nuclear plants, and everything that control all of those things. He wasn't just naming, he named those organizations, and then he also named them by name and even gave their addresses, give all of their bunkers that they could go hide in. He named them specifically and everything, and he was talking to all of these soldiers and letting them know what was going on. As he was talking to soldiers, before he was done, he's like, guys, please, I'm about to die right now. They were behind the doors. They were about to get me. I already hit enter. That is why I'm recording this live, and I'm telling you this live. The actual information is, he give them like websites and places to go. The actual information is on every single social media, and there is plenty of encryption behind it for people who's trying to take it down. If they try to take it down, their system will be inflated with all kinds of viruses, which will take them months to get rid of, because there is about 100 and something plus terabyte of viruses that they would have to go through. So you have plenty of time to view it, record it, and see what's going on. And before he died, before they got in the room, as he was talking and telling all this was his message to every single soldier in the public. He said, guys, this message is for all of you. And if you are listening right now, yes, I'm talking about you as an individual, especially the soldiers that are out there, especially the soldier elites. I know every single one of you. I know every single one of you, and I know every single one of you's faces, and I know every single one of you lost families, brothers, cousins, mom, because of this war. Some of you, your whole bloodline is erased and gone, and you're the last remaining one, and you're trying right now to have a family or somehow to get your own bloodline or name to be passed down to your children. And I also know some of you right now who have wife that is pregnant with your child and is afraid because the organization is threatening your family if you don't go on missions. They will wipe your own bloodline off the face of the earth. This message is to you. These names that I just give, they are the one that you need to target. They are the one that you need to go stop. And you who is the soldier, especially the soldier elites, you're the one that actually runs the country. These people that I just named, they work for you 100%. We don't work for them. They work for you. We are the customers. We are the one that have to do something about it. When they create a law, if we do not approve of the law, they have to take it down. They have no options because we are the one that are the actual customers. We are it. So please do not, and I repeat, do not burn the world down. Do not burn the homes down. Do not burn their family down because their family don't know any of what they've been doing. Their family just know that dad is just rich. Dad just makes a lot of money. It is not their family's fault. It is their fault. They know what's going on. So if you do decide to do something, when you soldiers decide to turn around and face your own leaders, your own president, please just face him. Leave their family alone. Leave the stores alone. Even though right now the public, yourself, you the public, I know you are listening as well. Do not, yes, you can get mad. Yes, be upset. If you want to break your own television, do that. But please, 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 we've suffered enough. Enough. It's been 70 years since this war has been going on. Trillions and trillions of dollars and millions of families has been killed in this war, all because the top of the top want to be richer and richer. If when you do hit the street, don't burn anything down, because when you burn something down, you didn't burn their stuff down, you burn your stuff down. You burn a house, you burn your house down. You burn a brother's houses down. You burn a mother house down. You burn a family member's business down. So please do not do that. Go after these specific individuals that I just named. They are the one. And as he was saying that, he's like, they are the one. They are the one that are doing this. Blum, 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 blum. It went quiet. You're like, oh shit, was he live? Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Oh my God, he's resisting. He's resisting. Fire, fire, fire. Blum, blum, blum. Oh my God, stop, stop, stop. Stand down, stand down, stand down. Gunfire, gunfire. Oh, he's firing back. He's firing back. It's obvious, guys. The public already knew that it was all fake. It was not true. They already shot him from the beginning of the video, from the beginning of the first couple gunshots. He was just gunned down. The public already knew. Now, back to the present. Finnegan's still talking. If it wasn't for the AWD, We would never have been awakened to that. And then 2 to maybe 3 years later, your stupid ass organization got formed once again. Like, are you serious? Really? Again with this? No, we will not stand for it. The funny part of that whole thing was, especially when that poor bastard, Autumn, got shot, got killed. It was a poor performance. They were pretending when they really found out that he was live speaking to the public. They pretended like he was firing, like we were dumb. Anybody with common sense knew in the beginning of that first 5 shots, he got killed. It was obvious. And now your stupid WO, World Organization, got created. Side note. The World Organization, what they are, is kind of like what NATO is right now. You know? So that's kind of like what NATO is right now. That's what the WO is. And DWO, obviously, they're trying to break down the World Organization. Back to Finnegan. And he kept going on about the AWD. And he's like, that day, I was surprised. So surprised. This was the first time in history of history humanity worked together as one true selflessness, because nothing was burned down at all. There was no riot. Yes, there was a riot. The public, humanity was mad. And then we took every single one of these bastards down. And yes, again, we did go against his will. Some countries, some of these world leaders, entire family got wiped out. But in America and in some other continent, they didn't get wiped out. Just that specific individual was killed. And now Morgan asked him, so let me ask you something. With your organization, DWO, what is your job? Since obviously you know what mine is, and you think that our organization is doing the same thing as the world was before. What is the purpose of your organization? Okay, let's say you manage to kill me. Because if you do, you know 100%, yeah, you would probably definitely destroy this organization, because we don't necessarily have much head leaders. Or organization is fairly new still. So what's your goal? You kill me, you wiped out the WO. What's your goal? My goal is to make sure. Now Finnegan's replying. My goal after I'm done with you and your organization is to bring the truth out to the public and make sure that the public is truly not this fake awareness that you guys throw to the public, this lie that you guys throw to the public, the true awareness of what is going on, and making sure that the world is not ever monopolized again. As he's saying that, battle, he threw some sort of like a pipe with almost looked like a freaking spear as Morgan was jumping over a box, fucking nailed his ass on a wall, and he's about 6 feet off the ground, nailed onto the wall somewhere, and he walked up to him with a gun. Oh, finally, I got you. And he's like, I got you. So yes, as I just said, when I'm done with you, I'm going to make sure the world never monopolize again, and keep all the world, keep the whole world and all of their leaders in check, not to monopolize again. Side note, what WO does, this specific world organization, all of their member is pretty much uh soldiers, all of their members is soldier elite. That's what they have to be a part of that group. And also too, the world organization, what they do basically, to put it simpler, which I think that's what NATO do too. I didn't really look to see what NATO really does, but I get a small drift. What they do is, let's say for example, quick example, America has a problem with China. Let's just everybody know fucking China, goddammit. The America has a problem with China, and China and America is about to go to war. Now, the World Organization would come to play. They'd be like, okay, what are you guys about to go to war for? Let's say, for example, something that happened recently. That little balloon, right? Was there any harm done? Was there any true data that got stolen from America? No, not really. Okay, what did China do? China trespassed on America's air territory. Okay, China trespassed and you destroyed their stuff. Did anybody get hurt? Did they destroy anything? And America's like, no, we're going to go to war. So the World Organization would be like, no, you're not. Sorry, you're not going to go to war, destroy millions of people, and also make your own economy suffer because of something that simple. Nobody got hurt. China just trespassed your air area. You shot the balloon down. There's nothing to go to war for. And let's say America says, I don't give a fuck what you say. We're going to go to war. The World Organization will be like, well, you have two options. You start mobilizing your army. That's fine. We will come for you. And the World Organization, when they come for you, they come for the leader. They don't go for the soldiers. They don't kill foot soldiers, because foot soldiers, I mean, they're just obeying orders and they're just getting paid to feed their family. That's all it is. So if, for example, Biden decided to go to war over some dumb shit, they would get to Biden and they would kill the president. Yes, that's how they do things. They go towards the leader. They don't even kill the soldier leaders and everything. They don't do that. They go the fucking head. They cut it off. They tell you no. They cut it off. Now, let's say America had a good reason to go to war. They'd be like, okay, cool, you can. And this is the amount of time that you have to resolve the problem by force, if it is deemed good to go for a battle for whatever. That's their thing. And it goes into detail even more, but you guys could come up with the thought by yourself. But that's what they do in making sure they don't ever monopolize ever again. So, back to the present. Morgan is nailed, like we were saying, nailed to the fucking wall. And now Finnegan is approaching with a gun pointed at him and everything. Finnegan already, of course, explained what his job will be. And as he's approaching, he's hearing he's hearing a little, like, sounds like a giggle coming from Morgan. And he's like, what? You're laughing? Do you know how many people your group have killed from my group? Innocent people. So many of them. And we haven't really committed, committed some crimes and stuff like that, but we haven't really actually killed any innocent people in your group whatsoever. And you're laughing right now? And this happened in, I'm talking about milliseconds. He's about to shoot him in the head, and immediately he noticed a drip, like kind of looks like water is dripping from his coming from his mask, and he twitched the gun sideways real quick because he wanted to ask him some more questions to see what's going on. And as he twitched it sideways, he shot the side of the helmet, and it kind of cracks open. And now you could see one of his eye. It looks like water. And he shot the other side of the helmet, and now the helmet flipped down forward. And of course, on the bottom of the helmet is still stuck there. So the helmet opened. Now you could see Morgan's full face. Morgan is crying. And I mean like crying, bawling eyes out, crying. And Finnegan is kind of surprised. He's like, what the? And now Finnegan pull out his pocket, like he had like a little pocket thing. He cracked it and tossed it behind him. And now it's like a little light thing, and it's really, really bright. Of course, remember, we're like 70 plus years into the future. Their stuff is really high. It's in that room now. Half of that place is pretty much bright now, almost like there is light in the fucking place. And then Finnegan crack his mask to the side open, and he opens it. He's like, are you seriously crying like a baby right now? What did you think was going to happen with us fighting? And Morgan replied, I'm not crying because you're about to kill me. That is fine. I'm ready to die. I'm crying because we have been fighting for the same thing this entire time. And by the way, all of your soldiers, we have not been ordered to kill any of them. Because from the get-go, I knew. Again, guys, if I didn't mention this before, by the way, Finnegan and Morgan, both of them, they are the leader of their organization. When I mean leader, I'm talking about top motherfucker. And also too, they are the best of the best, pretty much in the world. And the world knows it. Back to Morgan. He's like, I am crying because we have been fighting for the same thing. And also, even though we've killed some of your soldiers and you killed some of ours, you've killed way more soldiers from us than we've did from you. Because this whole time we've been after you, there has been no order. I have not given any of my men order to kill you or kill any of your people. The only time they have to kill is if they are about to die. If they're about to die, sorry, do kill, because we need them to live. That's the order that I've given my soldier. Side note, even though Morgan is fucking nailed up there, remember, they have nanomachine inside their body. The bleeding is he's not bleeding as profusely like me and you. If we did get nailed up there like that, would die almost within seconds or a minute. So also to the thing, it didn't hit too many vital spots. So that's the other reason why he's not dead and he's still conscious and able to talk and do all that stuff. Now back. Finnegan's like, so wait a minute. So if it's not your order to, so what was your goal here right now? He replied, my goal, to be honest, was to try to recruit you. And this whole time you've been mentioning all these battles that your family fought in. It is one of the battles that one of my families fought in. And of course, remember back when I earlier, when Finnegan was naming all these battles, he said that some of these battles, specifically one of these battles, why I knew it was your family, my family has been battling this whole time, is when you said your brother came back home with a missing arm. That was my brother that fought your brother, and my brother came back home missing a leg. Finnegan also, remember, his brother told him he took a leg from the other opponent and the other opponent took his arm. So this whole entire time, guys, these guys, his family, been killing each other back and forth this whole time when the war was going on. And now they are about to kill one another again. Back to the story. Now Finnegan's confused. Finnegan jumped up. There was a box, a huge box next to Morgan. He jumped up next to the box and he's looking at him. He's like, I'm going to remove this because even though you got the nanomachine inside you, it's just barely keeping you alive. And if I remove it, most likely the suit and your nanomachine should heal you good enough for you to, be okay. He's like, before I remove it, you still didn't answer me. Truly answer me. Your goal really was to recruit me? So have you recruited some of my men yet? And he's like, no, we haven't been able to because they are that loyal to you. There is one of them that says yes, he would join. Several of them actually, after we've shown them what we've been doing, and they know it 100%. They are so loyal to you. They said, until I recruit you, they cannot be recruited. They cannot. And right now, your men are actually free, kind of. They choose to remain locked up until you die or you have been recruited. And they see you as 100% their leader. And if we become one together, we can do so much more together. And Finnegan's like, okay, let's talk. Okay, he pulled the stick out of fucking Morgan, grab him by his shoulder, and they drop him to the ground, and he's doing everything. And Finnegan's like, this whole time I've really been trying to kill you pretty quickly is because, oh, I see. Huh. He's Morgan. Yeah, my GPS got messed up when we were fighting. When we were fighting, and several times you shot at me. That's why some of his troop hasn't found them at that location. Both of their GPS has been messed up, and that's why neither of their organization, because remember, airplane where they landed at, haven't been able to find them. He said, for the time being, I am sure our organization is going to be looking in this area, and they're going to try to fight one another and try to kill one another. So for the time being, let's send a message out for both sides to stand down, stop the search for a little minute. And they pull out this little tiny flying thing, and they're like, okay, cool, we're going to send it out, but we're going to send it at a distance from our location so that neither of them would come to that location so that we can talk. They sent these little, mini flying bug look-alike thing out, and it sent a signal to tell both of their organization in that vicinity to not come to that area. Do not fight one another anymore. Stop fighting. That's it. Both of their organization. Okay. And they're discussing they're discussing WO. How does it get recruited? And Morgan told them that, well, the people how do they do recruitment? Morgan says, well, we only recruit people who's been through trauma. Like, for example, if your brother got killed or who's been through something traumatic. As in your father got killed in combat or something like that and whatnot. Finnegan, really, that's kind of unfair to the good guys. So you telling me just because, let's say, I had a great family background and I want to join this high elite organization to keep the world safe, I can't join? No, you can't join this organization because you haven't been through any traumatic thing. If you had a great life, Finnegan interrupted him real quick. Wait. So you basically saying, if I am rich, me right now, I've been through some stuff. I know the meaning of life across the world. I know the meaning of it as in when people die, people get hurt. Others get hurt. And my children grew up in the most beautiful, comfortable home ever. They could never join your organization. No, they can't. That's messed up. Finnegan, that's really messed up. Come on now. Just because somebody's rich or they grew up in a rich family don't mean they wouldn't understand the meaning of life. So you telling me you don't even have a training process for them to understand the meaning of life across the sea? Side note, this is what I'm talking about. Morgan's point is, for example, if someone grew up rich, and let's say, for example, I'm gonna use China again. In China, earthquake happened, or a bomb went off somewhere, or in Iraq, for example. A lot of us knew people died in Iraq. A lot of us don't really care because due to the fact like it didn't happen from home, I didn't lose family there. You don't know the meaning of life. Because if you truly don't care deep inside, somebody die across the sea, you never see them, you never, it's whatever to you. That's what he's referring to. Back to the story. And now Finnegan says, okay, what about you have a training like this? Before they join your organization, we create a training for them, as in put them through some traumatic stuff. As in, for example, they never been homeless before. Kick them out. Tell them they're not allowed, even if, especially some people are pretty smart, they're not allowed to make wealth out of nothingness. Their point is for them to be homeless and stay homeless for a certain amount of time to see what it feels like, and to let them help someone down below and watch how it worked from down below. Morgan's like, wow, that's awesome. I never even thought of that. You sure you do not want to join my organization? Finnegan burst out. Finnegan looked at him, and something clicked to Finnegan, and he started laughing. Morgan, what's so funny? Well, something my brother said before he died. He said that he feels like in the battlefield, the soldiers that he's killing are fighting for the same thing that he is fighting. And he said he read it somewhere before. What is that called? I was like, what is it? When both people are doing the same thing, just different side of the world. He says it's called unconscious imitation. Morgan giggles. Finnegan, you good? Yeah, I could stand up now. They got up and they shook hands. They're like, you right, Finnegan, you right. Let's make the world a better place together. Okay? And this is it, guys. This is where this story ends, guys. Please, once again, I feel great about this story. Hopefully you fully understand. Hopefully I passed it across right to you guys. Don't forget. Please, do like the story. Don't go yet. Hit that like button. If you make it this far, you like the story, hit that like button. Also, to comment down below. I will also post my Instagram down the page down there. I'll post my Instagram page, TaletellerbyJR. Let me know, guys, what do you think? Of course, I know for a fact I probably messed up a couple times. I'll edit some of this joint. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. You guys listen to this story. Unconscious imitation. All right, because guys, I truly do believe in this world that we are living in right now, especially when war is happening, battles and all that kind of stuff. Deep down inside, especially like, for example, with what going on in Russia and Ukraine right now, my heart goes out to these people that are losing families, that are losing, homes and whatnot. My heart goes out to them. Who am I? I'm a nobody, bro. I'm just a 9-to-5 motherfucker, so I can't really help out or do anything. I do believe deep down, both side. I'm talking about the people that is on the ground. Okay? I'm talking the people that is on the ground, that is getting shot at on both sides. I have to believe that. In my heart, I have to believe that. I believe. That's my own personal thing here. I'm not talking about everybody. My own personal thoughts. Deep in my heart, I believe these two people shooting at one another, they are unaware that they are doing it for the same thing. And all it would take is if these two sides, not the fucking leaders, not fucking what's his name? Not Putin, not the other guy, not him. No, not these two people. No, not them. I'm talking about these two guys on the ground that is losing family, that is losing brothers, that's losing cousins, moms, dad. Those people, those are the one that I'm talking about. I truly believe this. If both of them were to sit down and have a conversation, they'd be like, "You right, bro. There's no reason for me to be shooting at you. I believe that deep down in my heart. I'm not talking about the leaders. Bump the leaders. I'm talking about you and me. I believe that in my heart. What's happening in Ukraine right now, and both sides that's losing people, if these ground folks would sit down and like talk to them somehow, some way, be able to talk and be like, hey, why are you trying to kill me? Well, because my boss told me to kill you. But I don't really want to kill you. I don't want to kill you either. I know there's no, I don't know, man. I believe that in my heart. Both sides don't really want to kill each other. It's because he said to kill you, so I'm going to have to kill you. He said, like, that's what it is. Someone else tell me to kill you, so I guess I'm going to kill you. Like, sorry, I know I use kill quite a, crap, I'm keep saying it. Hopefully, I'm able to post this on YouTube. Who knows? Like this video, all right, guys? Thank you very much. You guys have a good one. It was awesome. I know it's been a minute since I posted something out. I'll try my best again to keep posting stuff out. Also, guys, on YouTube, I have Logic from JR on Rumble. Don't forget to go on there and check out my videos on Rumble. I do some podcasts on Rumble. I do Podbeam too, but I need to get my followers from Podbeam to come to Rumble because I really slow down with Rumble. All right, guys, you guys have a good one. Thank you. This is I'll probably post this up tomorrow afternoon because today is Sunday. Tomorrow's gonna be Monday. Yeah, I'll post that showing up Monday. You guys have a good one.